Okay, so today we're going to do a brief overview of the Aqua Illumination Vega LED lighting system, and just going to give a quick rundown of some of the things it does. And so first off, let's take a look at the chassis itself. These are the two Vegas. You can see them on end. I'm using the EXT rail system with the hanging option. I don't know how well you can see that, but very good system for just clamping into the ceiling, especially with the vaulted ceiling here. We're pretty high up, so they give you plenty of stuff to work with. Pretty good cooling. As you can see, it's very, very cool to the touch. Right now it's about 1 o'clock, and this is we're set on about 50% lighting with a 75-gallon tank in both of these lights. We noticed that anything higher than that began to bleach some of our SPSs, but they're recovering fine. We finally got these things tuned to where everything in the tank overall is pretty happy. So let's take a look at the brains of the operation, and that is the AI new controller. We're at firmware version 2.0.1, and first thing we want to do is want to go through, and one of the neatest things to me is that all the lights are tunable individually, and the best way to demonstrate that is, so we're just going to go right here where it says test lights, and as you can see right now all the lights are off, and we're gonna show each light channel as a standalone mode. So we're going to turn the whites on, so the whites are on, and this is pretty much a natural lighting situation. White lighting only. And we're going to go back and change this. This is I promise you I'm not cooking my tank. These are just red LEDs, so kind of reminds me of an old fast food heat lamp system. And these are green. Now the neat thing about this is we have 3 different blues to work with, and really makes the coral stand out. First of all, we'll look at the standard blue. Turn that on, and this is a now if we want to go a little darker, we can take a look at the deep blue. Noticeably darker, and actually kind of looks violet. Now this is the royal blue, which is very very similar to a true actinic. The kind of coloration you get under actinic T5 or metal halide lighting. And everything really starts to glow. Okay. Next, what we want to do is we want to do a rundown of basically once you get your timer set, the new controller allows you to go through and view a 24-hour cycle of your lighting system by simply hitting this test run button. It'll speed through that 24-hour lighting system in about 2 minutes. So here we go. One thing to note here is the lunar cycle. That's also adjustable with the new controller. And the lunar cycle, basically, you tell the system how bright you want the full moon to be, and it automatically simulates a 28-day cycle of brightness starting with the full moon and rolls through a 28-day cycle where it goes basically completely dark in a new moon simulation from full moon to new moon. And this will repeat every 28 days. Okay, so we're done with our test run. As you can see, that took about 2 minutes, and you really get to see, gives you a good idea that your timers are set up correctly the way you want. The next thing we want to show is the weather effects. This is a pretty neat feature. Kind of, when you have guests over, it's kind of the wow factor. So what we want to do is we want to select here weather effects, and you can set this up. Don't know if you can see here. We've got our chance of weather at 30%. We can have up to 4 weather events per day. Our coverage is set to mostly cloudy. We do want lightning to occur. We'll get to that in just a minute. And we're going to limit the time from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Just so we don't interrupt our nighttime cycle and start spooking the fish after they're asleep. So 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. is the limit on when we can possibly have this 30% chance of weather. But for demo purposes, I can go ahead here where it says start now, change that to yes, and what we'll have is we'll have an instance of cloud cover sweep in, and the tank will get darker, and then we'll start, basically it'll simulate a thunderstorm. So here we go. So as we can see, the tank gets noticeably darker. These can happen day or night, by the way. Now when we set this up, these weather events will occur for roughly 30 minutes. When it's set up to auto run, they'll happen out of the blue, and it's really neat. It's kind of a breakup. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and stop it though. We don't want to have a 30-minute video. We're going to go ahead and cut that off and set out of our timers. You can see it, the controller tells you what percentage you're lighting each channel. It's clearly indicated. We've got the red and greens tuned back to 45%. Everything else is up to 55%. Also comes with either option to mount with a couple screws, or what we chose, which is the Velcro option. We just Velcro it here to the side of the tank when it's not in use, and there you have it. A quick as you can see, everything seems to be happy. We're extremely happy. We went from a T5 lighting system to these LEDs, and the difference was night and day. All of a sudden we've got colors that we didn't know we had, and the growth has been outstanding. Everything has just started to explode. Okay. Thanks for watching.